guess it's time I let the cat out of the bag. Here's your spooky spot on the Horror Cats collectible mini figurines. Somebody thought I said body bags, and I see we're being joined by the spooky candle. What Horror Cats mini figurines? Surely you jest. No, I don't. You're probably also asking, what's the disheveled state of this bag? Did this arrive to your doorstep looking this way? Well, the only thing I really had to do was start cutting the top of the corner because I had no idea what was inside the bag. I had ordered these weeks ago. These, by the way, were advertised on Facebook. You know, in between Aunt Bertha's posts of what she's currently doing, oh, I just made myself a pie. You see these random popped up advertisements. One did catch my eye, my cat's eye, and that was the Horror Cats minifigures, essentially taking horror icons and making them both into cats and collectible mini figurines. Yes. Yes. So I ordered these. I have no idea how good these actually look. Again, when this arrived, I had no idea what this exactly was. I thought, did I order myself something that's illegal? No, in fact, it was light in hand, and it didn't at all look like the way that they were imaged online. I think, in fact, the Horror Cats came inside red boxes. These don't look like they're red boxes at all. I did get the entire set of these. The set, I think, is actually 6, maybe even 7. No, I think it's actually 6. There should be a Pennywise. There's a Ghostface. There's a Michael Myers. There's a Jason Voorhees, a Freddy Krueger. I think there's also Jigsaw, Billy the Puppet. So I feel, even though I have already opened some of this, I think that there's a 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom. So we should have ourselves 6. Will these look at all like they do online? Probably not at all. Something also I did want to incorporate into the Spooky Spot season for 2025 was that for the things that I didn't maybe have a chance to think that they would stand alone well on individual reviews, we're going to kind of do like a trick and a treat. The trick is whether these things are actually going to be good inside, and then, of course, we're going to have ourselves a side treat. The side treat in this video is actually Mike and Ike's Sour Spooky Treats. Chewy assorted fruit-flavored candy. It's spooky themed. But again, it's not something I'm sure I probably could have done individually in a video. So so for some of these blind bags, I think what we're going to be doing is we're mixing a treat and a trick. In this case, the trick, I'm sure the trick was on me, and the treat itself. Maybe the treats are going to be a little bit better. The treats in hand are Sour Ghoulish Grape, Sour Grape Scream, and Sour Wicked Watermelon. I think I picked these up from my local dollar store. We're going to come back to these. I think what I might just do first is I'm going to open up one of these and just sort of get the lay of the land. Just how much money did this guy waste on these? I want to say that they were like $2 something each. And then, of course, I got the entire set of them, maybe for around $35. I really should have had all this stuff prepped in front of me. Needless to say, I think when I was all in with the shipping on all the yada, 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 it probably was about $50. I think already $50 was not well spent here. We're going to open up the first one of these. And again, I don't know does it say on the top? It doesn't say on the top. So right away, there may be a bit of a fail for the fact that the packaging does not at all look the way they do online. And again, if you guys are just wanting to know what these things look like, look up mini adorable horror character cat figurines. That probably should have been the title I may have given this video. I might just change that after the fact. So I don't know if I need myself a knife, but just on the ready, though, I've got myself my Cutchins. On the standby, I got the knife. I got the crappy cats. Maybe they may be good. Meow. And we got ourselves the spooky candle and Mike and Ike's over here for a side treat. Okay, so let's open up the first box and see exactly what we got. And I think the last one I mentioned was the Jigsaw. Okay. I think I already kind of know what I'm going to be expecting here. Let's open the side, open up the top. Can I open this? Can I open this? Oh, no. Yes, there we go. Okay, so the first one that we have is very poorly painted. We have ourselves Billy the Puppet as a cat. Do you want to play a game? I'm hoping the game consists of a ball of yarn. Meow, meow. The figurines themselves do feel cheap. Looking at them, they're super light. That would probably be the reason why I thought I ordered myself a small loaf of bread. The figurines are very cheap, though. They're very light. Well painted. It's questionable. I mean, we only really have the first figure to kind of base that from. I don't know what kind of chemicals went into the paint or the materials that they made for the actual cat themselves. On the bottom of it, by the way it's designed, the way it feels, maybe this was 3D printed. I don't know. Does it look okay? I mean, I guess one thing, though, is that they sculpted the spirals on the side of the face. Little smile there. I'm not really sure what's going on. Oh, I guess because Billy the Puppet has a mouth that moves up and down, right? It's a puppet. That's what they were trying to go with. The paint, I think, is messy in some of the areas. There are some spots. Oh, sorry, what? I thought the spooky candle was trying to tell me something. He's saying, go, no more, no more. These are toxic. These are toxic. No. I can't really say that they're toxic. I can say, though, the paint isn't the greatest on some of these. Some areas, like on the back of the collar, these will be probably progressively good or bad. There's going to be some marginal differences between some of these. I think some of these may look a little bit better than others. If we were to just base it from Billy the Puppet, it's okay. They're just okay. Okay, so that's one of them. Man, I really do think that the packaging should have been a little bit better, a little nicer than this. There's nothing at all to tell me. I still don't know. It says DMM. I don't know if that's going to be in Michael Myers. Would that be... Let's look at the back. Where's the bottom of this? HLMJ. No, that tells me absolutely nothing. I wouldn't even be able to piece that clue together, that riddle together, and solve the puzzle. The next one that we have is Freddy Krueger Kitty. I would say he haunts your dreams, but if you have yourself a cat that keeps you up all night, there's a very unlikelihood that you're even going to be able to sleep. My cat keeps me up relentlessly all night. Just when I think I'm laying down, the cat comes over and just sort of swats my face. I got a brand new cat, by the way, a new kitten, little Owie Pazzoe. He is relentless now when it comes to keeping this guy up. Owen does not, by the way, look at all like this cat. This cat's got, what is this crud on top of the cat's head? I flake this off, and it seems like the more that I flake, the more appears. Oh no. Well, he's missing his claw. Again, I kind of get the impression, I get the sneaking suspicion. I smell myself 3D printing, just by the way that the bottom is textured. Although it's pretty smooth, though. Paint is, again, somewhat okay. I think, though, the Freddy Krueger Kitty, and I do like at least the fact that they gave us a different cat than the Jigsaw cat. This would be a total fail if it was just literally the exact same cat. They just slapped on whatever decorative details would distinguish it from Billy the Puppet to, of course, Freddy Krueger cat. I kind of just think, though, like, a white cat, I don't know if I would have chose for Freddy Krueger. I think like a tabby cat, like an orange cat, would obviously look like Freddy Krueger's burns. I probably would have gone with an orange tabby myself than a white cat, but hey, what do I know? I'm not designing, nor am I selling, nor am I marketing. And I gotta say, like, the marketing was just, again, slapped all over Facebook. Marketing, though, for this, I know nothing really about. I can tell you, though, for a guy that loves cats and loves Freddy Krueger, I would have gone with an orange tabby. Move those over there. Meow, meow. Let's pull the third box here and see exactly what we got here. We got DB TJ. I think the other one was also TB. No, that was MJ. I'm holding out for Jason. I think Jason was the one I kind of was the most interested in. But knowing me, you know me, I probably would have had to get the entire set of these. Next, we have ourselves... It is the Meowie Man. As a matter of fact, it was. Get this guy completely out here. Now, you're talking about a guy who looks out windows all the time. My cat loves looking out the window, and this would probably be, of the cats, this would be the one that looks out the window the most. I don't know, it kind of looks less like he's got a hair piece, and it looks more like he's wearing a toque. Maybe this Myers has gotten cold. He's got, of course, the boiler. The boiler suit, the coveralls, again, have that kind of grain look to it. Like, it looks like these were probably 3D printed. So they're probably just keeping this on file. And as anybody just decides, suckers like this guy decides, okay, you know, I'm going to order myself Halloween kitties. They just basically like, oh, we got another one. We got another one. It's like Janine working at the desk at Ghostbusters. We got another one. And then they just basically mass produce whatever they need to do. Oh, this guy's getting the entire set of 6. Oh, this guy's the real sucker. But other than maybe like the boiler being a little too shiny, I think the coveralls probably could have been a better color than this. The face at least does have, well, he's got the darkest eyes. The devil's eyes. Again, like, I think the white cat makes more sense than the white cat being Freddy Krueger. I mean, as you can see, it's also a completely different feline altogether. I don't know if I love the Michael Myers one, but we're going to put him right in the middle here. I think so far, the Freddy Krueger cat is probably the best. Let's see that if that gets better with the Ghostface cat. Not sure really why, too, but this year I've been really ankling to go dressed out as Ghostface. Every year I sort of feel like I let my daughter down. She wants to go out trick-or-treating. The neighbors' dads are all getting dressed up. Last year, the guy across the street dressed up as, I think, Superman. This guy's been dropping the ball every consistent year. Maybe this is the year that I'm going to dress up, and maybe this year I'm going to dress up as Ghostface. So, again, we've got ourselves a little feline. I want to say a key line for a second. It's got the ghost face there on the front. This, I think, works well. If you're going to take two things together like a ghost face and a cat and merge them together, I think this one is the most successful. The other ones are sort of suggested, okay, it's just a cat playing dress up. This at least does the job of stretching out the face. That's what I think this is how I think the cat meows. People in the back are just like, shut up! You never really want to tell your cat to shut up. Just like, keep it down out there. So put that down there. I would say so far Ghostface is my favorite. Probably Freddy Krueger after that. I think I have these in proper order of my like to least like. Let's see if that changes at all by the next box that we're going to be opening up. Watch people watching this video. They're probably thinking to themselves, you know what? I don't know if it's just the way that this guy was meowing like Ghostface, but I am sold on this set. I'm getting the set right now. Just stop for a second. Just realize the error of you. No, don't do it. Don't do it, whatever you do. Okay, so the next one we have is Pennywise. We should have really played the game of Guess the Cat's Meow. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to top at least the Ghostface meow. That is a perfect meow. Even just like tilts his head as he meows. Just walks into a room, sits down, looks up at the owner, and just goes, hold on a second. Just sits down, looks at the owner, goes, okay, we'll stop that. Stop that already. The next one we have is, it's Pennywise. I guess it's not bad. It looks like it really needed to use a lot more paint. It's got some gray on the bottom. I mean, the gray isn't completely painted. I guess maybe is that supposed to look like that? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I mean, these are just barely painted. This one is probably the worst of the batch. I mean, it looks, I suppose, like Pennywise. If Pennywise, what would his meow be? Like, meow, 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 meow. That was not as good as the Ghostface one. What kind of meow do you think this one would have? I'd say let me know down below in the comments section. Anybody, though, just typing in meow, 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 could not properly put it in the tone of what they're trying to suggest. I mean, I would just read that like, okay, meow, meow. I don't get... And the person's typing like, no, meow, 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 meow. Come on, guy. You don't know how to read a text? I don't. There's, though, the Ghostface kitty. Is he a pretty kitty? He's probably a bad kitty. This guy probably gets in the most trouble out of all of them. This one just wants to play the games. This one just sits by the window. Oh, I just realized it. If you look to the side, though... Oh, wait a minute. Is it me? Are the eyes of the cat following us? I just realized that now. Here I was just about to... I got goosebumps all over my arms. I was just about to open up the last one, assuming it was, though, Jason Voorhees. And I looked down. I got shivers right now. Does it not look like the cat's eyes are following us? Of course, I'm saying this, and I'm actually looking right at the cat. Once this goes up online and everybody's looking at the video, I'm sure, though, the eyes are going to be completely solid black. I swear to you, it looks like the cat's eyes are following us. They're following us. Getting all freaked out here. Okay, so the last one, moving away from Michael Myers' moving eyes, would imagine this to be the Jason Voorhees. Is this going to be the one that sells the set the most? Maybe. Possibly. It could just be a letdown, too. Okay. I can tell you one thing right away for this cat. I would have done... Hold on. I interrupted my own train of thought just to get this. You know what? We'll put this here down for a second. We're going to come back to this. I know I talked a little bit earlier about the fact that we're going to be doing a bit of a treat as well. Before we open the last one, and you're probably thinking, this cat's clearly going to be suffocating. Nobody knows, I guess, Jason Voorhees. This guy survives inside body bags and underwater. We're going to stop for a second here and open up our treat. I feel like I've been tricked so far. I'm getting tricked out by just like looking at this cat wandering with its eyes. I'm going to open up, though, the mica knives. Just a bit of a departure, a quick treat for our trick. I see a lot of watermelon. I see a lot of ghoulish grape. Were they called ghoulish grapes? Yeah, sour ghoulish grape, sour orange, sour wicked watermelon. I'm going to open these up because I do want to at least give these a try. Don't want to get to the end of the video. Hey, where's the orange? Orange is way deep down in there. I'm going to put the mica knives over here for a second. A little intermission. So we got the orange. We've got a ton of watermelon. And we've got the spooky grape. I'm going to try the grape first. Very sour. Very sour. The problem also with mica knives is if you've ever had one, they get stuck in your teeth and they're next to impossible to remove. Despite that, though, it's actually really strong sour grape flavor. I love grape. Grape is my go-to of all things. Let's give the watermelon quickly a try. I know you guys want to see what the Jason Voorhees looks like. We'll kind of get to that in a second. Watermelon is good. Ooh. Watermelon for me, by the way, it's hit or miss. I think Jolly Ranchers, and you can fight me if you want for this, watermelon Jolly Ranchers are disgusting. I'm going to say, I just don't like the flavor of Jolly Rancher watermelon candy. That watermelon candy is really good, though. I'm going to put the rest of these back in box, obviously, because we're going to have to go back to our review here. And the last one, we've got ourselves Sour Orange Scream. Ow! Let's give these a try. Not bad. Not bad. I do think, though, that the Sour Ghoulish Grape is the better bet to go with. I mean, there seems to certainly be a lot more watermelon and grape than anything else in here. If I give it, though, a shake, there are a few orange, but they're way deep down in there. I would think, though, the ratio of watermelon to grape, I think like grape certainly is still not winning against the watermelon. Watermelon seems like they've packed the most grape, then in a distant orange. But these are good. I like these. They're just going to get stuck in your teeth. And they're currently stuck in my teeth right now. Okay. Now that we've looked at the treat, let's go back to the trick. And I'm still having quite the trick of trying to get this opened up. By time now, any other normal human kitty, any normal kitty would have had a hard time breathing inside this bag. But considering, though, it's Jason Voorhees, I took my sweet little time to get this opened up. And the Jason Voorhees is pretty weak. Pretty weak. And this was the one that I was hoping out of all of them would have been the best. There's a few things that personally I would have changed. First of all, says this guy, I would have made Jason's, first of all, outfit all green, like an olive green. I would have probably taken also a gray kitty, a gray feline, and I would have made that be the fur color, because then the white mask would have stood out a little bit more. The chevrons are poorly painted. Poorly painted. I've still got mica knives stuck in my teeth. Poorly painted chevrons, although it still looks better than the new redesign of Jason Voorhees' mask. There, I said it. I'm not really sure why he's got the red collar. That doesn't really make much sense to me. I think the mask could have certainly been a little bit better. I probably would have, if I have the careful hand, not the jittery hand I seem to have when it comes to painting things, I think I would be likely to go in here and paint the fur on the cat like a gray. Maybe even do the mask like yellow from like Friday the 13th Part 5 or Part 8. And I probably would have then changed the outfit to more of an olive green. This actually looks more like Negan as a cat than it does Jason Voorhees. And what would this one sound like? I feel like he wouldn't meow as much. He would probably just gurgle a lot. Like he always feels like he's going to be throwing up. So instead of him walking into the room, and about to meow, he sort of just goes, bleh, bleh. And he's like, oh, kitty's got a hairball? No. And then the kitty just walks out of the room. Whoosh, I thought the kitty was going to have a hairball. This is pretty weak. This one is not my favorite at all from the set. In fact, looking at the ones that we have now, all 6 of them, all unboxed, I would say my favorite is still the ghost face kitty. I like that one. Probably then go Jason. Probably go for Jason. Probably go then Freddy Krueger. The Jason I really wish could have been better. I'm going to go with Wandering Eye Michael Myers. Does it not still seem like the cat's eyes are moving? Everybody right now is like, dude, you've showed us this how many times? We keep telling you we don't see the blasted cat's eyes moving. I'm going to go with, I guess, Wandering Eyes Michael Myers. Then I'm going to go with the Billy the Puppet. Then Jason Voorhees, even though like Jason looks exactly. It almost even looks like, does it look like they even used, I think they did. Did they use at least the same blueprint for cat? It does kind of look like they had the same similar face, and then they just would have sculpted a different hairpiece. Are we on to something here? I mean, clearly there's a different outfit, but the thing that drew my attention the most was the fact that they both have bells. They do look like they're very similar. I know they're not. I would say, though, Billy the Puppet, then Jason Voorhees, then at the distance, I would go with the overweight, fat tabby cat Pennywise. What do you guys think of these? Let me know down below in the comments section. Now, again, I did order these on Facebook. I was lured in. I was hooked in, saw the advertisement for these. I thought, you know what, let's just give these a try. Maybe they might end up being good. If anything, they could make for a fun video. And I certainly hope at the very least it was a fun video. I mean, we also looked not only at a trick, but we also looked at some treats. Mike and Ike's sour, spooky treats. Might in fact do this maybe with some of the other videos as well. We'll have a blind bag, and we'll have a treat. If that sounds like something you guys would certainly like to see, let me know down below in the comment section. If you were to rank these, let me know down below. Also, what order would you put these kitties in? Do you think that the ghost face is probably the best one? Do you think it's the least likely one? Let me know down below. In the meantime, though, I certainly hope that you guys have enjoyed this video by doing us all and hitting with a like. If you guys want to stick around for more so, and I certainly hope so, there's going to be a lot more spooky-related videos coming your way for the rest of this week. Make sure, again, you hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you turn on the bell notification. Make sure you turn on the bell at the bottom of the collar of the kitty. And we're going to have a lot more videos coming your way. As always, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.